Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Gangurabhyo Namaha Om Aneka Janma Samprapta Janma Karma Vedahinaha Atmajnana Pradhanena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Dhyanamulangara Pujamulangara Padam Mantramulangara Vakyam Musyamulangara Kripa Musyamulangara Kripa Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Aim Sarasataye Namaha Om Klim Kalikaye Namaha Om Klim Bhadrakale Namaha Om Dundurgaye Namaha Om Rim Namah Shivaya Harihi Om. So late. We shall start now after these prayers. So everybody is welcome. For today, the subject is Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Today you are going to study one of the most advanced, the science of Tantra ever exist among the all tantric science. I tried a little bit talk with 5 minutes because our new students coming Christian. She has been already studied 200 hours in her school. And when she studied 200 hours in Himalaya school, she have a hard time. So, but she did a lot of good karma yoga. Very beginning, she don't like our school so much, but after that, and she became like a sandalwood. You know, when a sandalwood is moving in the stones and is moving, but you lose your own identity, but you give the fragrance. So Christian was like sandalwood. So you make her a lot of paste in the stone, you know, all the time. So she lose her identity, but she give a lot of fragrance. So that is how it is. So traditional schools are like this. When you think you are sandalwood, so you must have the fiction on the stone. So we make do in Hindi we say ghisna. So the sandalwood you put on the stone and moving on the stone until it lose one identity. No more stone, but water you need, not as a dry. So you need to be compassionate kindness. Then you become soft. When it's soft, so naturally you create the fragrance, but losing your own beauty and on you losing everything, losing beauty, identity, and ego, ignorance, everything you have to lose. Then only the fragrance comes. So that is the Christian did it. So very beginning, and she used to have react many things. But anyway, she faced that challenge. And due to karma yoga, she faced the challenge and she worked out that. And she did complete. She actually came for a, I think you come for a 10 days, no? Some course. Then after that, you continue for a long time the course. She testing Swami Samarpan and testing our ashrams, our teachers. But finally, we test her properly. So, so somehow now today is a new chapter for the, not for Linus, not for the Jani, but it is a new chapter for the Christian, this kind of science of Tantra. This is a subject regarding the mother Parvati, the wife, the consort of Lord Shiva, Bhairavi. She asks a lot of questions to the Bhairava. This is the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. And Bhairava represents as a Shiva, as a supreme consciousness. And mother Parvati, the Bhairavi, she has so many kind of wisdom of the Tantra. And she was educated many kind of Tantra, but still she was suffering and miseries. She could not get liberate herself. So end of the day, and she find Lord Shiva and she understood Lord Shiva can clarify her doubts, can teach and guide. And she maybe study the Tantra with other masters, other gurus. Those are smoking chilam, and going to party in Goa. So maybe Mother Parvati, the Vairavi, she must study the Tantra in Goa, or in Bali with the chilams, with the nice vodka in Russia, maybe beer in Germany. So she studied Tantra many places like Berlin or Hamburg, Linus. And so many girls are studying the Tantra in Berlin in the party. Munich in alcohol festivals, Oktoberfest. They study Tantra, half naked. The boys and girls, they have no idea themselves and they practice Tantra. Maybe Mother Parvati, the Vairavi, she may practice Tantra like that. She reached to Bali and Goa, but she forget Lord Shiva and in Mount Kailas. So this is the humor. So what I mean, so many people study Tantra, but they never really get the wisdom and they still the sufferings. And even today, you can understand many people study Tantra around the world. And neither they awaken Sushumna nor they awaken the Kundalini, but they're stuck in their own traps, their emotions and blocks. Because many people practice Ashtanga Yoga today around the world, they simply stay with their blocks and stay with avidya, nothing else. They stay all our ego. 100% yogis around the world, anyone practice Ashtanga Yoga, Ashtanga Vina, simply they stay with the ego, nothing else. They never go beyond the Annamaya Kosha. They stay even below the Annamaya Kosha. Even a countryside people, those have no idea what is yoga, at least they can study the spirituality. They can trust the God better than yogis today around the world. Because many people practice yoga, but they never trust the God and themselves. And if you check the farmers in India or farmers around the world, many farmers around the world, they always pray to God. Even if today we have high technology, they trust to God. They put their seeds in the field, you understand? Like the grains, like wheat, the rice or beans, but they trust to always God. When God, by the grace of God, they can cultivate good harvesting. They can collect the good grains. And sometimes even they put the grains in the field and the time of harvesting, what happening? Lot of rain, lot of snow happens many part of the world and they lost all kind of grains. So the farmers, they always trust to the God better than yogis today in the modern civilizations. No yogis trust to the master, not themselves, and neither to the gurus and masters and teachers. So how can they study Tantra? Tantra is the end of science. End of science means you study all kind of science. Then when you end all kind of science, Tantra starts. Tantra is the path of total surrender. So therefore, Mother Parvati, in this began her Tantra and complete surrender to Lord Shiva, to the Bhairava. Oh Bhairav, oh my dear, I am very fortunate to reach you because you know that supreme consciousness and you can better understand me. No one can understand me. And I think you are the only person, you are the only right person. The in Bhigyan Bhairav Tantra, the sloka, the sutra says to the Bhairava, oh Bhairav, you are the only person in this planet or any planets or the whole universe can have only understood me. That the Mother Parvati asked to the Lord Shiva. And you are the only person can understand me and can guide me the path of Tantra to get the wisdom and free from my own sufferings and miseries. See, not ask for final enlightenments, but simply say that still I am suffering, still I am miserable, and nobody can help me except you. So in the beginning of the Tantra, the aim of the Tantra is not about enlightenment only. It's not reach the supreme consciousness. It's all about how you can get out of the all kind of suffering and miseries to live in peace and love and truth. So this is the essence that we try to speak our new guest teacher, guest student today from Germany. And then I tried to start Sutra number 37, dissolution in the cave of the heart. And that is already we speak yesterday, how to meditate the cave of the heart. And that is when the prana and apana is unite together. that the Kundalini, the Susumna, starts all the way to reach to the heart chakras. It means the Sutra number 37 is a right understanding. So one can awaken the heart chakra. And once you awaken heart chakra, you can experience the state of the supreme consciousness. Because why? Because the heart chakra is the responsible, the living your soul or the spirit, that called Jivatma. We say the Atma living in the heart chakra. But that is only can understand it once we're awakening the Kundalini and all the way from Muladhara to Swadhisthana, then Manipur, then you have to go to heart chakra. That where you can experience your soul, the spirit, then reach to the, then attain can Bhairav consciousness or merge with the Lord Shiva. But same time, there's a Bindu Sikhante Hridaye Layante Dhayatulaya. That means the Bindu, it all cost has to be preserved. Because without Bindu, there is no wisdom of the soul. So only awakening Kundalini takes place once your Bindu need to be preserved. And while when you preserve your Bindu, then only your Apana Vayu is ascending from Muladhara chakra to Swadhisthana, and where Swadhisthana, the Susumna starts. Not only Apana Vayu ascending all the way to the Anahat chakra, but it is awakening when Prana and Apana uniting. As I say that the three chakras takes place to awakening. One is the Swadhisthana chakra, heart chakra, and Agyan chakra. So here when Apana and Prana is unite, naturally the Susumna is awakening. And in between the Susumna, and we have other sutras already you have been studying. Today I try to summarize for our new student. So and that is called thinner nadis, which many people have no ideas. Ida and Pingala, Susumna flow, the circle of Brahmanadi. So that Brahmanadi help you, and through Brahmanadi, the Susumna again flowing all the way. So not only Ida and Pingala and Susumna, but that called Brahmanadi. And that is very thinner, the nadis, very thin than the Susumna. Then this Brahmanadi is helping that. So through Brahmanadi, Susumna flowing upwards. So many people have no idea what is Brahmanadi, and that the protections, and that is starting through the spinal cords. But if you go higher understandings, you must be clear. Ida, Pingala, Susumna, or the Brahmanadi not exist in the physical body, not in the Annamaya Kosha, not the Pranamaya Kosha, not the Manamaya Kosha, but all the way to go to the Vijnanamaya Kosha, where all kind of vision starts, the truth. So that the 5 koshas. So therefore, the Sutra number 37, Sukhmagni Tilaka Kritim, Bindu Sikhant Hridaye, Layante Dhayakulayaha. So these slokas has so many meanings, but so far concerned, it helps in this sutra, specially giving us special informations to know how to awakening Kundalini in the heart chakra by preserving the Bindu. By preserving Bindu, union between Apana and Prana. Same time we experience the space in our heart chakra, the state of the supra consciousness, the Bhairava, but at the same time we are experiencing the Bindu and the Agyan chakra as a form of light, as a Jyoti. So what happening, this sutra is help you. The time of enlightenment is many things happening. At first, you need to Prana and Apana need to unite. For that, what you need to complete free from detachment from the Annamaya Kosha. No attachment at all. No sufferings at all in Annamaya Kosha. So Annamaya Kosha has to be very clear. Then you go to Pranamaya Kosha. So you need to preserve the Prana. Then after Pranamaya Kosha, you go to Manamaya Kosha. Then Manamaya Kosha has to be also clear the mind, the positive mind. Then you go to the Vijnanamaya Kosha, where the special vision starts. They are called special observations. And special observation happen only when you are doing total dhyana the samadhi. So that called Tapa, Swada, Iswara, Pranidhan. That you can apply your Yoga Sutras in Tantric science. As I said at the very beginning, what I'm teaching since the last 1 month, before you go into practice Tantric science, you must well educated, all kind of us, like yogas, like Hatha Yoga, like Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Asana, Pranayama, Mudras, Kriyas, so on. You have to be so much, you need so much education in order to jump into Vijnana Bharam Tantra. As I say that Vijnana Tantra, the most advanced science of Tantra, that give the full liberations. And whatever techniques are available in Kriyas, they all are extract from the science of Tantra and almost the Vijnana Bharat Tantra. So therefore, if you study the Bihar School of Yoga book, meditation from Tantra, all techniques are extract from the Vijnana Bharat Tantra. But somehow, the Sutra number 37 is helping you how you can unite between Apana and Prana. That's the first concern. So for that, you need purification of your nadis. Not only nadis, the purification of our karmas, the purification of your mind, the purification of your understanding of your goal of the life. That is also very interesting. For example, sometimes when you buy the knife from the market, there is many knife from the market. You think, may I chop the potatoes? May I chop the fruits, the apples, or the banana, or the guava, so on. But sometimes you maybe think, I have the knife, I can chop the flowers. But sometimes what happens, and sometimes people buy the knife, but they want to kill to others. One knife, we have many reasons. Similarly, you must be clear why you practice Tantra, why you need to awaken Kundalini, why you need to have meditations, why you practice yoga. Your purpose has to be clear and positive. That the purpose of yoga and Tantra, not fulfillment of your desires or wantings, but in order to become free from your miseries and sufferings, in order to enlightenment and fully liberate, in order to experience the pure love and peaceful and happiness. That peaceful happiness has to continue all the time. That has to be aim of Tantra and yoga. So you must be clear what I'm speaking with you. The aim, the goal of practicing yoga or the Tantra, you have to clear yourself. Not your teacher has to be clear, not your master has to be clear, not your mom or papa or friends or boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife or your dog or cat, they have to know. No, you must know. You must know why you are practicing. So therefore, your aim and goal of all kind of practice has to be very clear. Like I give an example, the knife. So when you buy the knife, you want to kill someone, this is called negative way. The goal of the knife to buy is negative. But when you buy, maybe for the vegetable, so that different. We offering to the God. Maybe these flowers we are offering to your friend. Maybe these flowers offering to the dead body, somebody die. Maybe, sometimes you never offer the flowers to no one, but somebody die, you offer the flowers end of the day, right? That's the human life sometimes. You never know what the flowers, and somebody die, you buy the beautiful flowers, rose flowers, and you give the rose flowers to somebody dead body. That is the human life, So this is also kind of negative aspects, but always offering the flowers in the lifetime, not after death. After death, nobody see it. The dead body not going to see the flowers. So give the flowers and worship the God. Give your friends, give your beloveds, give your children or parents, not after death only. So that I'm sometimes surprised when many people buy the flowers after death, because death is nothing. So therefore, so your aim and the goal of a practice of yoga and Tantra has to be clear, has to be positive, has to be authentic, has to be fruitful, has to be positive. That is very important. If not important for you, so very important for me. So then we are a little bit jumping the sutra number 38. So I'll teach another 10 minutes because another guest will be run out. So Dharana, the sutra number 38. Anahate patra karne bhagna sabde sare dradruteng sabda brahmani skarta param brahmadi gacchate. Anahate patra karne bhagna sabde saridavuteng saridadruteng sabda brahmani skarta nisatah param brahmadi gacchate means unstruct. Anahata, in anahata, unstruct. Patra karne, adept in listening. Abhanga, uninterrupted, uninterrupted. Sabde, the sound. Sarida, the druti, rushing like a river. Sabda, the Brahman. Brahman, and Brahman in the form of a sound. Brahman in the form of sound. Then Nisantah, adept. Parama, the supreme. Brahma adhigacchati, attend to Brahma. So translation. Then I try to explain according to my own language, the simple language, so that you can understand. Not only reading the books. It's the one who is adept in listening to the unstruct sound in anahat. One who is adept in listening to the unstruct sound in anahata, which is uninterrupted like a rushing river, attains the supreme state of Brahman. Brahma by mystery of the Sabda Brahman. The form of Brahman is sound. So, it's very interesting now that the word anahata means unstruct. The anahata nada is the inner sound, which is produced without any stroke. So you understand that when Kundalini's awakening takes place in Anahat chakra, in the heart chakra, the sutra number 37 is related to sutra number, sutra number 38 is related to sutra number 37. So you have to little bit think about what I have been taught you, the sutra number 37. And when you study sutra number 37, you have to understand what is the 36. So similarly, here you have to be very clear. When awakening Kundalini takes place, what happening? You are going to listening the continuity of the sound uninterrupted. And you see, I'm just giving one example. Sometimes some people, some yogis, even if sometimes common people, maybe they to have their good karma in the past, they can listen so many sounds in their ear. There are no sounds, but when you're awakening on a heart chakra, and the people who practice Nada Yoga, yoga of sound, actually not a yoga of sound, Nada Yoga. So according to my grandmaster, he explained, sound literally means nada. Nada means sound. There are literal meanings. But he said that no, nada is not translated. They say nada means sound in English. But here nada means, my grandmaster said no, is a prana. We say when awakening the heart chakra, you may listen the sounds, but actually not. It's called awakening of the prana. This prana is provide you, the prana is provide you and developing the consciousness, which consciousness is help you in order to receive and listening in different kind of sounds. That sounds is continuing all the time. Therefore, sometimes some people, they can't sleep. Once they're listening, the sounds of bells, the sounds of river, the sounds of like how say, for example, we say ghungur. You know ghungur, like the girls when they walk, they put around the their legs. When India, when you travel, you know that Indian girls, they putting sometimes say, I can't give the proper name. They put bangles, you know, in their legs when they walk, the dancers. They're small. Huh? Please tell the bell.
Yeah,
Open up.
chimes, bells.
Time bells. But they're putting in the around the legs, and when they're dancing, they can and have a lot of sounds. Even normal girls, they put small. So when they walk, you can listen the sounds. So that sounds you can listen, you know, not only here, the enter of the heart chakras, but that is, and sometimes some yogis who awaken the Kundalini and or the Susumna, for example, they never can sleep at all. They can listen the sounds, the bells, the rivers, the air, they can't sleep. And if they cannot rechannel this time or their Kundalini are going to forward, they're going to super crazy. And sometimes they're going to mad. And such people, sometimes they go to mental hospitals, to psychiatric. And psychiatric understand you have something wrong with you. So they sometimes give the drugs or injections, whatever. So when the doctor gives drugs you and they let you to sleep. So it means your energy channels, the awakening Kundalini again goes to the down. Because due to drugs, your energy channel, the nadis, again going to impure by the drugs. And you can see that same thing happening when I was very young, that my grandmaster says so. Many young people today in modern civilizations and awakening Sushumna, also Kundalini to an extent by unconscious. End of the day, they end up with the drugs, alcohol, party, music, the trance, all kind of things. So such a young people, they're going to schizophrenic. That is the part of awakening Kundalini. Many people. But according to Indian gurus, according to tantric science, that time he must have the right guru, the right master, so that he can channel this energy to the forward, so that you can keep continuity, the science of the Kundalini within yourself as awakening. But for that, you need the previous karma, the good samskaras, or he must guided by the masters. In India, traditionally, now today not maybe, many Indians, they don't care the gurus or masters. In ancient time, not today, we have the guru by generations. All families are related to gurus. Like you see in Ramayana, like Lord Rama, he studied with the gurus. But that guru, not for the guru for the Lord Rama. He was guru for the Lord Rama, guru for Rama's Lord Father, Lord Rama's father, like whole generations. Even he is the guru for their fathers, like so on. And this guru, in ancient time, they have a child. They married. They only can have one child. Normally, in ancient time, they're called Rishi traditions, not monk traditions. All Rishi, they have a wife. They always create only one child, not two. This child carry the science of spirituality for a long way. And then Guru giving authority to his own child, own son, as also Guru, like successor. So it was the time, ancient time. So the Guru Parampara, the Guru tradition, it was non-stop, it's continuity. And generally in ancient time, there is no problems at all. If somebody awakening Kundalini, so they understand this child is very good child, and they carry the knowledge of spirituality. In ancient time, and everybody attend the spiritual liberations in ancient times. So therefore, and that time they don't send their child to psychiatric and take drugs, not at all. They send their child to the Guru, and the child stay with the Guru for some time, and they channel all energy to the higher channels, and the child became wise and awakened the Kundalini, and then they go to the spiritual attainment. After that, If they want to marry, they marry. If they want to stay single, they stay single. But generally, in ancient times, most of the people, they're going to marry. Because ancient time, and they have only one child, not two, nor three, not four, nor five. There's no desire for to create the children, but they want to keep continuity of the creations. So it was the ancient time. In the 300th century or 800th century, the Swami tradition starts, not long time. And in long time before, that was the Sukadeva in Vedic times. But same time that the Rishikesh. So you can see that Tantra, the science of Tantra, it was not today, it was long time before. Tantra, the science of Tantra is not today. The science of Tantra, it was even before yoga, before Vedic science, the time of rishis. And the time of rishis, they're so happy, and with their wife, their one child, but they preserve this sexual energy to the higher channels. Does mean, and that time you must be clear, in ancient time, like today we have modern technology, you may use a lot of contraceptions. But when you have sex, you don't use the energy. But in ancient time, there are no contraceptions, like modern medicals. You understand me? In ancient, that is medical science not so much developed. So in ancient time, they try to preserve, either as a woman, either a man, they preserve their vital energy, the sexual energy, they use that. But in the sense of retentions, so that as you study the Bhama Marga or the left path, whatever you study in Tantric science. So in ancient time, they keep their vital energy, they preserve vital energy, and for the higher purpose of their life. So therefore, in ancient time, we say Guru Mata, the wife of the Guru, is called Guru Mata, mother of the Guru. And she also well educated, even teach to others. Even the Guru also teach to others. Even the son also teach to others. So the whole family is spiritual and fully liberated. So what I mean to you, if you think consciously, a little bit